All right, I think we are running.
Good evening and welcome back to Get to the Point News with James and Ashley. Welcome to our 8th podcast.
We're not introducing it like that.
Go. Welcome back to our channel. This is hard to watch. Welcome back to our channel. I said the same thing.
All right, let's have a strawberry daiquiri.
Thank God.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers. I think we're better at getting to the point than moving around the point, even though our podcast is called Get to the Point.
Well, I'm cutting all that first bit, so that wouldn't make sense. Excuse our penis straws. I've made us 2 frozen strawberry daiquiris, and the only straws I have are the penis straws left over from my Bucks night.
Yes. They do work quite well, though.
They do.
This is a
Oh, it's so delicious.
thick drink.
It is. It's very, very alcoholic too, but very easy to drink.
We've already had one so far. So.
Another roasting hot day. In the
Why is it
background.
always that we choose to do our podcast on roasting hot days?
Because we do.
Well, it doesn't help that Adelaide's been like a heat wave for the last
True.
few months. Hasn't rained. Well, I mean, I think I heard somewhere that it hasn't rained properly since November, which is crazy.
Okay, I want to start again.
Okay.
And welcome back to the Get to the Point podcast, where we always have the absolute best time ever. And we always have the best cocktails, such as today's feature, our strawberry daiquiri,
With a penis straw.
which glows in the dark.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
No.
Let's have a little suck on our penis straw.
I feel like the hardest part of this podcast is starting the podcast. Once we actually start, we're on a roll.
Yeah, this is our second start.
think
Because I didn't like the first one. My brain wasn't switched on, so I made James start again, and he's already bitten into his strawberry from his daiquiri, so his daiquiri wasn't fresh, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's right. We're back.
We're an audio
Starting.
podcast this week. It's not
True.
going to be a visual thing.
Although there's a lot of visual things that we need to bring up in this podcast.
There are.
Shall we talk about our first visual thing?
Oh, we're going to do that straight away, are
May
we?
as well. Yeah, jump straight into it. Yeah? No? Is that a bad idea?
Well, I just can't be bothered getting up and doing the visual thing right now.
Okay. We'll
I'm drinking
leave
my
that.
daiquiri.
Well, the other visual thing that we can talk about, people are watching,
Yeah.
will be able to see, is that we are now sporting mullets. Both of us.
Bit of a stretch.
Well, it's a new little haircut. We both got haircuts from my sister. Shout out Hair by Sarah. Hashtag not sponsored. One day maybe. Ash was getting his haircut and he was like thinking about getting a mullet because 2 of my brothers have mullets. And I walked into the bathroom where they were getting a haircut and Ash was like, I'm getting a mullet. And I was like, oh my God, I want one too. And I literally had a photo saved in my phone.
I always have the best ideas.
But I had already saved it in my phone. So.
It's not going to be a filthy mullet, though. I just want to make that clear. It's going to be a nice, well-maintained... I don't even know whether it's going to be a mullet. It's just going to be a bit longer at the back than it's going to be on the sides.
That's called a mullet, darling.
No, a mullet is when it's longer at the back than it is at the front.
Yeah. And eventually it will be probably.
They probably won't, though.
Probably.
We'll see.
We'll see how we go. But so far, so good. It's not
If it starts to look too filthy, I don't want to be known as filthy
filthy gays.
gays. Yeah.
Even though we are filthy gays.
I don't want my niece that's going to be born in a couple of weeks to know me as her filthy gay uncle.
The gays from the country. We are cowboys. We are now officially cowboys.
We're not cowboys.
Sorry.
We're cowgirls.
Oh, yeah.
Haha.
Cowboy Carter, Beyonce. Sorry.
All right, let's do this stupid thing you want to get out the way.
Okay, all right. Our first visual thing.
All right.
3, 2, 1. We have Get to the Point t-shirts.
We do.
We have merch. Well, just for
We
us
have
two.
two.
Though.
We have 2 merch.
2 merches.
2 individual merches. Oh,
Hashtag not for sale for anyone else, just for our own
at the moment.
purposes. But maybe for future, if you like the brand, or not the brand, the
Designed
design.
by James's sister and bought by James's parents
Yes.
for my birthday.
Correct. Actually, sponsored by Hair by Sarah.
Literally.
And parents. But yeah, I was at my parents' house. We were at our parents' house the other day. My parents' house, not our parents. Bit incest. And it was Ash's birthday, so Mum was giving Ash his presents, and then all of a sudden she walked over and she had two presents in her hands. They looked very similar, and she was like, "Okay, this one's for you, Ash, but also an early present for James as well." So we got to open them at the same time, and this was the last thing that I was gonna guess would be in that present.
Oh, I wouldn't have expected it at all. I
get to
thought
the
it was
point.
going to be like, I don't know, like a pair of pajamas each. Or
Maybe like
something.
matching pajamas, yeah.
Yeah.
But we, got matching Get to the Point podcast t-shirts with our names at the very top.
Very cool.
Although mine says Jimmy and not James. But that's
So
okay.
if anyone does want one to start getting the word out there for our podcast,
Yeah, keep sharing it around. Get to the Point
Just ask
podcast.
we'll get one for you.
And then we'll start like a little pre-sale thing where we get numbers of how many people actually want them. And then in the end, maybe not have the Jimmy and Ash at the top, but just the Get to the Point logo. That'd be awesome. But I thought it was really cool. When I first opened it, I was like, what the fuck? That looks, it's our like podcast on a t-shirt.
It is.
It's very cute.
It was very exciting.
Yeah, very surprising, but very, very exciting. So thanks, Hair by Sarah and my parents.
Best birthday present ever.
Right?
Which brings me to my other birthday present that was
Ah.
slightly awkward.
Yes.
So James's mum and dad, who are beautiful, got me a pair of lovely Ugg boots. And on the back, it says Ugg. Like a little embroidered Ugg thing, symbol. And it's coming into winter, and where we live, it gets really cold. So they're going to be amazing. They're super fluffy. They fit really well. And I was so stoked. And I made the comment, I've never had a pair of genuine Uggs before. And I looked across the room, and James's mum's face kind of like crumpled up a little bit. And his brother then
She's
goes,
a horrible liar, so she couldn't
"Lol,
keep that
they're
a
not
secret.
genuine Uggs." I was like, "Oh, that's so fine," but it was so embarrassing. Like, it was just one of those occasions that I wish I had just shut my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Just like, I was so happy. It was such a happy comment, and then I just felt awkward for the rest of the night. I felt so bad because I love them. I do love them. I love them,
And they
so
look
much.
like genuine Uggs.
They do look like genuine Uggs.
So that
I wouldn't have known. So fuck you, Luke, for ruining that for me, and also and making me feel fucking terrible, asshole.
Or in future, just maybe to remain silent when you open presents. Go,
Actual.
thanks, next present. But you can't do that. That's very impossible for you to
What?
remain silent.
No, I literally swore at your 8-year-old nieces the other day.
You literally swore in their faces. It wasn't at them, but it was directed at someone else. But
Do you know what? I'm very couldn't give a fuck, because as long as kids know, if you're parenting right, kids should know that swearing's a thing. We shouldn't be hiding swearing. We shouldn't be hiding alcohol. We shouldn't be hiding the things that happen in this world to an extent.
yeah, I agree.
But they need, as long as they know that it's not okay for them to say it because they're young and they haven't got.
Well, there should be
permission to say it
a
from their
safe
parents.
space where that they can say
Yeah,
it. So,
100%.
if they're at home,
Personally,
and
I wouldn't care if my kids were swearing around the house, as long as I know when and where to swear. That's a fucking tongue twister.
Yeah.
When and where to swear. When and where to swear.
so they can say it around the house. But if they have guests over, then obviously to not swear, there needs to be a respectful thing.
But people do get very, very upset that when you swear around their kids, and I'm like, it'd be different if I was saying, "Fuck off, child."
Yeah,
I'm not doing
but
that.
at the same time, you need to respect other parents' wish. Some people parent different ways.
Well,
just because the way you parent doesn't mean
Don't
it's the
bring your
best
kids
way.
around me then.
Jesus Christ.
Don't bring your kids around me.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it.
Because
Maybe don't be a teacher.
kids that bring it up are like your nieces. They're like, "You swore," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's okay because I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions."
Yeah,
There's nothing better than a good fuck
in both
in
the senses.
so many ways.
No, I understand. Literally every single sentence that I say, I feel like I swear. I used to be when I was a kid, I was very cautious and I rarely swore at home just because I grew up in the same household.
Me too. I would have got backhanded.
I grew up in the same household where, swearing wasn't a thing. My parents didn't swear, so it just was never a thing. And so I'd go to school and all these kids were swearing. I'm like, is that legal? Is that legal? Can you say
it legal
can you
to
say
swear?
fuck in public? And then as I got older, I'm making up for lost time and I'm just swearing all the time.
I remember when I was younger that my sister dobbed on me. We were out. I can't remember. I think we were at a swimming pool, and I'd said piss. I'm going for a piss. And my sister told my dad, and my dad went ape shit, like absolutely off because I said piss to my sister in front of no one else. I was
It's
like,
so
that is
funny. The insults. Sorry, go.
No, it's okay. You keep talking over me.
Oh,
babe.
you were doing that before.
No,
so
it's okay. You just keep talking
No.
over me.
That's it.
It's all right. You just keep talking.
You were doing that
over me.
before, so
no, it's all right. I'll
go
just
fuck
shut
yourself.
myself down. Okay, bye.
Excellent. Do it. No, go. Piss at the pool.
No, I don't give
With
a
Lucy.
fuck. No,
Okay. This is a great podcast. Go.
no. it's
Finish your
okay.
story.
It's really okay.
Finish it.
It's
I'm not
okay.
gonna. I'll remain silent.
I've lost my confidence now.
I'm gonna good. Out time. I'll remain silent.
It's okay.
I'll keep the penis in my
No,
mouth.
it's okay. Anyway, yeah. So I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
I was gonna say, it's funny, the insults we used to call each other as kids are rarely insults these days. Like, they just get worse and worse over time. Like, me and my brothers used to call each other bums, and then that would be the worst thing that we could say to each other. And
You really did grow up in a PG household.
you're a bum.
That is fucking hilarious. It would not be like that in my house.
No. Not now. In our house, it's the same.
No, even
Different.
growing up, bum. Really?
What would be your insults at home?
Uh,
Because your sister said dob on you was for saying piss.
yeah, because we like to get each other in trouble. It would be more like, I say I can't think of anything now, but it wasn't like bum, fucking bum.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we didn't swear a lot. It was more like we'd like hit each other or like pull each other's hair and like we'd dack each other, which is like not a thing now. You're not allowed to do that these days because that's classified
Yeah,
as
I don't
sexual
think we say
assault.
bum. I think I just punched my brother.
Yeah. I
my
mean, we did
sister.
that too, but rarely. And we'd always just like, it's weird saying it now, but like just slap each other's asses and just like run around the house.
Go.
Yeah. So yeah, we yeah, very PG house, but we made up for it in different ways. Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you. So how are you? Like last week.
How are you? Oh, this podcast is going nowhere today.
Did you have any talking points? I ran last week's podcast.
I did one. My Ugg boots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got our massive water tank removed this week. So we were talking about today, like how to fill that space outside. And then we had people around the house today and they were like, why don't you put a spa there? And it's like, that's like something we hadn't thought about before. We were thinking maybe just like a pergola with like seating arrangement. And then as soon as they said spa, Ash was like, oh, let's put a spa out there.
Yeah, let's get a spa.
But I feel like that's going to change so many times over the next, few months while we figure out what's going to be our backyard.
J.K. Rowling, she is a transphobe.
She has been for a long time.
I didn't know this.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, she's been cancelled for years.
Well, I was talking about her and like the Harry Potter series.
In a positive light.
Yeah.
Okay.
At work.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And there was a whole heap of doctors standing around and they were like, what do you mean? She's cancelled.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean she's cancelled? They're like, she's transphobic and racist. I was like, how? What? I'm so confused. When's this been going on? They're like, for a while. Where have you been living? I'm like, probably under a rock. So did a bit of digging.
Which is why
Didn't have to dig very far.
when they did the Harry Potter, I think it was the 20th anniversary, she wasn't invited because of that exact reason. Otherwise, if she wasn't the transphobic person that she was, she'd be part of it probably.
Yeah, she she made like a full like statement on her website in an essay being like that it's not okay for someone with a penis to be in a ladies' changing room because it opens the doors to any man walking in. Or no, it wasn't even as nice as that. I put that in inverted commas. Nice. It was a female, a male that a man that thinks they're a female and walking into the bathroom and seeing a penis or something along those lines. It was like really not nice.
No.
It was like not good. And then she's like tried to like backpedal heaps over the last few years.
Which is so sad because like her backstory of like writing Harry Potter and like I always used to like love listening to how she got started. She would like be writing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone in like a cafe, like when she had no money, and she was writing this book and thinking that it was going to be no one's going to read it, and then so many publishers knocked her back, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, that's such an inspirational story. And now like, yeah, she's fucked herself up with this rumor. I remember as a kid, I wrote a letter to J.K. Rowling asking to go to Hogwarts, not thinking I'd receive anything back from her, but I did. I wrote a letter with my brother Luke, and she wrote a letter back to us. It was one of those automatic letters, and then she wrote one back to us.
That's nice though.
Dear James and Luke, obviously not written by her, and then I'm not sure exactly what I wrote in the letter, but I definitely remember asking, "Can I go to Hogwarts?" And she didn't really talk about what I'd written about. She was like, yeah, I'm in the process of writing the next book, because at this time she hadn't written all her books yet. I think she was writing the end parts of it. And I took that letter thinking, oh my God, she's speaking directly to me. So I took it to school the next day going, I'm going to Hogwarts, everyone. I'm going to Hogwarts. And yeah, quite embarrassing.
You were not.
Back then I was very naive and I did not think that this would be the same letter that Edron would be receiving.
Oh no, I don't think that's naive. I have a even more naive story from a child's point of view. My dad convinced all of us children that he went to Hogwarts. And we believed him. For years. Years we believed him.
What was his opening comment?
He just said, when I was 11, I got my letter to Hogwarts. And that's the school he went to. Because we used to always ask, where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to school? And he was like, yeah, Hogwarts.
Did he show you any magic tricks?
Yeah. He used to pull his thumb off.
Oh, what, this one?
Yeah. Go on, do it. That's really good. Wow.
From your view, it's not good.
No one on Spotify can actually see that, but here, let me do it. Ready? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my thumbs back together. That sounded really good if you're just a listener.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see.
Just pulling yourself off.
Just pulling myself off when no one can see. Yeah, so we believed that my dad went to Hogwarts, and then when I turned 11, I was right fucked off, and Dad told us maybe they forgot about us. And I was like, worst childhood ever.
Jesus. For me, that would be worse than finding out that Santa isn't real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Knowing my luck, I'd probably just get sent to J.K. Rowling's house.
No one's going to send you there. Because you rock up at her door and she'd go, gay.
You literally,
And
gay
she'd be
boy,
like,
get
gay
off my
boy,
doorstep.
fuck off. Oh my God.
Can we just discuss like the names of some of her characters?
Yes.
Cho Chong. Could she have been
And obviously she
literally
was portrayed as an Asian girl.
Yeah, could she have been any more stereotypical? Like, thank you very much. Cho Chong spoke amazing Scottish, by the way.
She did. I did have a crush on her.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
But like the way that fucking J.K. Rowling was portraying her, I'm like surprised she didn't turn up in a rice paddy hat. Like, honestly,
Jesus,
fucking J.K. Rowling. How did I not know this?
See, living
under a rock.
I haven't read any of the books.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I nearly choked on my penis straw then.
I have attempted to read the first one, but I've never actually gotten through them all. Through the first one, I've only watched the movies.
I've only read the last book. As offended as I
was about to say, you just got so offended that I hadn't read any of the books.
Obsessed.
I am, but I'm obsessed.
You've got all of the books right there. Literally just out of camera shot.
Yeah.
There are all of the books. There are 5 of the books. But there are...
No, it's all.
Oh, they are? They're all there.
They're all.
Sorry, can't speak. Too many daiquiris.
So that is probably on my bucket list to read all of them, which is probably a weird thing to be on my bucket list, but
the last book is what got me into reading.
Really?
Like I never read as a kid. I hated reading. I hated it with a passion, absolute passion. And I was like, nope. Before the last movie came out, I remember it's or the last two movies, they were coming out. And I was like, nope, I'm going to read the book beforehand. And what always put me off from reading the book was that I'd watched the movies. So when I read the book, I would already know what's going to happen. So I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't old enough to have read the book. There's a fly in here. To have read the book
I think for me, it was more.
before the movies. Anyway.
I would get bored. Like, I'd get bored reading. Again, probably the same
As
sort
a
of
kid, yeah, when you've got the stimulation of a TV.
Again, because same
Now
sort
I
of,
love reading.
same sort of thing. Talking over the top of me, Ashley.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I would just get bored because I've seen the movie. So, like, why am I reading the book once I've seen it? And also, but I've heard that there are
Exactly
things.
what I just said.
There are things in the books that are different to the movies. Like, in the book, Harry Potter is blonde. In the first book.
Is he?
Yeah.
But I
He's
was portrayed
portrayed
when
as
I
a-
was a kid. Now I'm brown and growing
he was 11.
Growing grey.
Yeah,
Going grey. Fuck.
But in the first Harry Potter movie, he's pitch black.
What?
His hair was pitch black.
Oh my goodness.
And but in
I
the-
was like, wow. They really boycotted J.K. Rowling early. How did I not know this?
yeah.
Oh my
What
god.
else? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, don't support J.K. Rowling.
Okay.
It's the same with anyone though. Everyone's been cancelled. Like Ellen was cancelled.
Yet you've got her book.
I've got 3 of her books. 2 of them are the same book. I
Do they abuse you when you read them?
no, but I love Ellen DeGeneres so much, but I can see
Ooh, that hasn't aged well.
no.
No, it hasn't.
Let me get to my point. I can see where everyone is getting to. How she could be
Angry lesbian.
an angry person behind the scenes.
Angry lesbians. Man, don't fuck with them. That was her show. Don't
was
get in
her
her
show.
way. She wanted to do what she wanted to do.
Yep, exactly. It's not the Ellen and Marjorie
It
show.
was literally called Ellen. Like, it's her name. That is her show. I'm not surprised. Anyone that got up in her grill, she's like, no, you're doing it my way. It's my fucking show.
It's my way or the highway.
Literally.
Yeah. I did find out this week that so we were talking last week about the Wiggles and how you don't know anything about the Wiggles.
Well, I know there's a red, yellow, blue, and...
Green. No. Red, yellow,
Oh, a green wiggle is there. Purple wiggle.
purple.
A purple
Red,
wiggle. I know more
blue,
than you.
yellow, and purple.
I know more than you.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
Fuck your
I don't need
self.
to. You'll do it for me. Actually, no, I'll fuck you.
Nah, we'll see. Um,
I think so.
Anyway, moving on.
What the wheels go.
Thanks. Yeah, the Wiggles. So they this week they've released a country album, which is
A cunt tree
album, which is very, very unusual.
Everything's going country.
I know. I was not saying. but
Beyonce went country.
Beyonce went country.
I went to Falling in Reverse last night, who are like a punk rocky post-hardcore band, and they've got a country song now.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Everyone's. I feel like that's
it's
the
a
new
very rocky
it's
country
the new
song.
in.
Yeah,
be
it's
country.
very I'm not opposed to it. Love a bit of country.
Depends on who it is though. Like Beyonce, that maybe that one song. It's ain't Texas.
I feel like you're about to get a whole lot of hate. I feel like she's a very, very loved lady.
No, okay. We love you, Beyonce. I'm so sorry. There is a whole thing on the internet saying that if you're not talking good about Beyonce, then she's going to come with the Illuminati and kill you. That's all. Like, yeah,
Lucky dog.
she's a very sorry, Beyonce, if you're watching. Yeah, the Wiggles have got a country album. I was thinking because Beyonce had a country album, she won Best Country at the Grammys, which is
You said that kind of country. Best country.
Best Country. I'm predicting that the Wiggles are going to take out Best Country Album
Yeah.
at the Grammys next year. That's my prediction. And I also think that
The Grammys.
Yeah.
The American Grammys.
Yeah.
Not the Arias, which is Australian. You reckon the Grammys?
yeah, well, listen to this. There are people on the Wiggles album that are American. So Dolly Parton is on the Wiggles album. There is I should have looked up who else is on there, but there are some big names that aren't Australian. They're all pretty much American.
I'm going to be listening to this after the podcast.
I'm not sure if we can play anything on here, but for copyright reasons.
Probably
But
not.
their album is called Wiggle Up, Giddy Up. That's their country album.
Yeah.
They have Dolly
Is it
Parton.
Tyler's album?
I don't know. They've got
You don't know. You're the one telling the story, babe.
well, they're the Wiggles, but they've also over the years have had so many different like pivots. Like for a
Right.
long time, they had an over 18 show that they were touring around the country. So like people who grew up with the Wiggles
Could
were
go
like
to it without children.
obsessed. Well, they were obsessed to go about going to these shows because like they grew up with these people and now they're watching the Wiggles on stage, like swearing and like having a lot of. It was a bit of a novelty. They're not doing it now, but it was like a one-off kind of thing, which I feel like their country album is. But like they have like Lainey Wilson.
And you reckon they're going to be
Troy
win
Cassadaly.
the Grammys?
They will win a Grammy.
I don't
Best
know.
country album.
I've heard of Troy Cassadaly. I don't know who the first one was.
The Wolf Brothers.
Don't know who that is.
I think they're Australian. Morgan Evans.
Don't know who that is.
He's he's quite up there. Jackson Dean.
Don't
Morgan
know
Evans
who that
again.
is.
Slim
Don't know who
Dusty.
that is. I know who that is.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's on 2.
So I feel like they're not winning a Grammy.
I'm predicting.
What a stretch.
or-
We're going to beat Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, the fucking Wiggles with Captain Cocking Feathersword.
who was the same guy as the Blue Wiggle. Two predictions. Grammy, but if they don't win the Grammy, it's going to be in the top 10, if not number 1 for the hottest Triple J Hottest 100.
Sorry, I'm
year.
getting slightly sidetracked. Your feet are looking very veiny. Look at that foot. The other one, look at it. It's so veiny.
We're going to start
God.
an OnlyFans.
That's what is that like the 4th time we've mentioned OnlyFans on this? I think people will actually start believing it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Get to the feet podcast.
Considering you've got none in your arms, shocking ones. Feet,
They're all on my feet.
yeah.
Yeah, no one can find them in my arms.
Let's stop talking about your feet because they're gross.
Your fucking feet are gross.
You've got weird toes. You have.
Oh, should we bring this up?
Yeah. The fact that your toes are weird because they're all slanted. They all go downhill. Like big toes, the longest
'cause
toe.
that makes sense. The big toe should be the biggest
The
toe.
longest? No, the second toe is the longest.
Nah, that's not true. If
It
you're listening,
is.
what is your toe situation? I don't know why we're talking about toes. What is your toe situation? And is it normal to have a slanted feet like this? Or
I'm
a
not showing you
weird
my feet.
house, like it's like a hand almost, like big toe, like this one, second biggest toe.
The second toe,
Nah.
it should be slightly longer than the first toe.
That is so gross.
You're gross.
Your face is
Fucking
gross.
suck my toe, motherfucker.
I would rather die. that is never going to be on OnlyFans ever.
In fact, I'm thinking about cutting it from this.
What?
Fucking you and your toes.
Rude.
I don't want to lose listeners. Pointless Parliament. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Do a little song to introduce it.
This is Pointless Parliament, and their laws are in it. Oh, sorry. If you have a law that you want to pass, then give it to us, and we'll shove it up your ass.
Ooh,
Did you like that?
it was rhymey.
Thank you.
It wasn't very songy.
No.
No, but
If
I like
you have
it.
a law that you want to pass, then give it to us, and we'll shove it up your ass. I think I need to Taylor. Tweak that last part.
Yeah, I think so.
The shoving up your ass part.
Very good job.
Thank
if
you.
you want a law passed, give it to us. We'll shove it up your ass. Welcome to the Pointless Parliament.
Where we pass all the laws that should not exist.
Ready? No, I'll try again. Sorry, this is going to be the longest opening Pointless Parliament ever. Welcome to the Pointless Parliament. If you want a law passed, give it to us. We'll shove it up your ass.
Dun, 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 dun. I like it. We'll have a tune soon.
Soon.
We'll have a little.
We'll
opening
have a tune soon for Pointless Parliament.
All right, laws.
We're going to make some laws. And they're never going to be real. Yeah.
Jesus. So we brought this to the show last week where it was called Pointless Podcast. I said a few.
It wasn't called Pointless Podcast.
Fuck. Pointless Parliament.
Dickhead.
Where we said a few laws that either are fake or don't exist.
Things that we would like to introduce to Parliament.
Yeah. There could be funny things that would never exist in Parliament, or just like things that probably should exist.
When we become prime ministers, co-gay
Prime Ministers.
Yeah, the co-gay prime ministers, the dual cock prime ministers, the twin-headed dildo prime ministers. Well, that's what we'll be, the equivalent of. I'm going to shut up now.
Thank you.
I don't know where that was going. I've had too many cocktails.
So we passed the law last week of not having the bath mat on the floor because that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Now we've brought some new ones this week.
Not bath mat, toilet mat.
Toilet mat. No, bath mats are fine. Toilet mats around the bowl. So I brought it up last week and Ash was like, oh, this is fun. I'm going to bring some laws next week. So Ash actually has some. I also have some.
I have precisely 4.
Excellent. I have 3.
Good. All right. I'll go first.
Go for it.
I move to ban 1-ply and 2-ply toilet paper to prevent
Chafe.
unexpected bumhole poking. No one wants to get shit under their fingernails.
Yeah, there's something worse than going to like a public restroom where they
We
clearly
have to fold
have
it like 7 times. You might as well have a thicker toilet paper.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I wonder how much they actually go through because like clearly they're the cheap shit.
It's like tracing paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I am for that.
Approved.
1000%. We're passing that through the law.
On the account that no one wants to slip a cheeky finger into their poo bum.
Yuck. Gross. There was, no ply 2 or 1 are coming through this
That was the
household.
quickest motion ever. Not bowel motion. Pointless parliament motion.
Pointless parliament motion.
Next one.
So I move. Is that what you said? I move.
Yeah. I was very formal.
It's very formal. I was not very formal last week.
No. It's not better.
I am moving to make illegal people marking themselves safe on Facebook during
illegal.
a cyclone.
Illegal. Illegal. Cyclone Alfred isn't even a cyclone, and it was like downgraded to a low tropical system, and people were still marking themselves safe. And I was like, I couldn't.
I
give a
kept
fuck.
getting notifications last week saying this person has marked themselves safe on Facebook.
No one cares.
A lot of people were marking themselves safe.
Who's
when they
looking for you on
didn't even
Facebook?
live in Queensland. They were living in like New South Wales or Victoria. Why the fuck are you marking yourself safe?
Who's going to Facebook
Literally.
to tell people that they're safe? No one is going, shit, I'm in the middle of a cyclone. I better post on Facebook exactly what's going on.
I wonder how Margaret's doing. I wonder if she's up. She's safe. It's fine. That's good.
Out of my fucking billion friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, let's just make sure they're all okay.
If you really cared about them, call them. Who gives a fuck
Half
about
your
Facebook?
friends on Facebook you haven't spoken to in over a decade.
Yeah, and most of the time during a fucking cyclone, the power's out. So who's going on Facebook?
Literally.
So, fuck off with your fucking marking safe. Illegal.
Illegal.
We are for
Passed.
making that illegal.
Passed.
Yes, passed. That's
All right.
That's 2 things we've passed. I like that.
Yes. We've banned something and we've made something illegal.
Correct.
Next, I ban to make it. I ban. I fucking hell. I propose
Yes.
we move. I've lost it already. I propose that stopping for a chat in the supermarket with people you know in the middle of an aisle should be jail time. Because that shit's annoying. I just want to get past and you're standing there. For example, it wasn't actually in the supermarket. There was someone standing in the fucking doorway of the concert I went to last night. Literally one of the doorways to get out, like a normal sized doorway. And they stopped to talk to someone in the middle of this doorway. And as all these thousands of people were exiting, and they just stopped to have a chat. And I was like, love, can't you see this stampede's coming through? And then it just triggered a thought about when I go to the shops and I'm trying to get down an aisle and people are like, hi, Karen. Hi, how you going? Oh my God, it's so good to see you. And they're having the most fucking small talk conversation I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You can tell that they could not give a toss about each other, but they're obliging each other.
Correct. They
In
probably hadn't seen each other in
niceties.
like a few years.
Just smile and wave and fucking keep moving. Do
Smile
not
and wave,
stop.
boys.
Do not
Smile
stop.
and wave. 4. We'll make that legal.
Done.
On top of that, this wasn't on my list, but it's to do with what you just said. I propose that in all supermarkets and in all major shopping centres, we have a fast and slow lane for fast and slow walkers.
Was this actually on your list?
No,
Or did you just make
I just made it
then?
up just because I'm on the back of what you said.
How big
Because
will supermarkets have to be though if you're adding a whole extra lane for fast and slow walkers? Like you're effectively doubling the size of a shop.
Good.
I just think people need to hurry the fuck up. Lanes are aisles are pretty fucking big, but you can't get 3 trolleys abreast. You can
yeah,
only
but when
get 2
Doris
trolleys
is
abreast.
fucking moving at snail's pace and she's like turning the corner, but she gets stuck. Like,
Oh, I just think maybe then old people that can't walk more than 5 kilometers an hour should be made to come at a different time of the day.
yeah, or a senior hour.
Yeah. So you know how they've got like quiet hour once a week? on, like,
Quiet hour.
quiet, not quiet.
I was gonna
Not
say
quiet
everyone walking around the shopping centre going,
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Get my Boreo rice.
I'm having pasta tonight and some sauce.
That's really good.
That's why I'm not in choir.
No, not quiet hour.
No, quiet hour.
Quiet hour.
Is that a
They
thing?
should also have elderly hour
Elderly hour.
once a week as well. Also, I feel like quiet hour should not just be once a week.
No.
Let's give these poor people that are overstimulated by noise lights and other people like more opportunities. It's like a Tuesday between like 10:30 and 11:30. That is a lot of pressure to put on a person to get there for 1 hour to do their whole week shopping. Let's just do 10:30 to 11:30 every day.
I did find out this is not to do with
Moving
Quinlan.
that, I feel like it's a good one to move.
Yeah, moved.
Passed.
We'll put mine aside. We won't do the lane thing. We'll
Yeah.
yeah, we're past
Dismissed.
that. We're dismissed. That's a good word. Dismissed. I said passed last week, but
know.
passing means putting through.
You'd almost think I was the teacher.
Yeah, you would think
Anyway,
so.
keep
He's
going.
not that smartest. He's not the smartest person.
Anyway, keep going.
At Woolworths, I'm not sure if it's the same with all shopping centers, but at Woolworths at 3 p.m. they always play the exact same song.
I did
Yeah,
see that.
Wool-
It's not at 3 p.m. It's 2:58.
2:58. And that's to like pep up all the workers to make sure like they're ready for like the busy hour because that's usually after school traffic and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's 2:58.
I wanna-
couldn't confirm.
I want to go to a Woolworths for a few days in a row.
Google it.
Are we doing a live jiggle?
A jiggle.
Jiggle.
Is it 2:58? I feel like it's not exactly 3 o'clock. Or is it like 12 minutes past? I want to say it's 12 minutes past 3 or 2:58.
Dun, 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 dun.
I reckon I'm right.
You're wrong.
Shut the fuck up.
Woolworths store play the same song, Pump It Up, every day at 3:02.
Ah, I knew it was 2 minutes to or past something.
As a reminder for department managers to prepare for the evening trade and pump up the team.
It's such a good idea.
It's so cool. I wanna-
want to go
Yeah.
and hear it.
Should we run like a? I'm not sure
And
if it's
test
gonna
this theory.
test the theory.
We're going to do that for next week.
do a go couple of days in a row at that exact time and see if the song plays.
We're going to go. Maybe we'll do a Facebook Live
Ooh.
wearing our shirts.
True. We'll go there.
Maybe we'll do that. All right, we'll do that. Facebook Live,
Facebook Live.
wearing our shirts at our local Woolworths at 3:02 and see if they play Pump It Up.
but not on Facebook because we don't have Facebook. Instagram Live.
Instagram Live.
Because Get to the Point podcast is more progressive than that.
True.
And we don't mark ourselves safe during a cyclone.
We do.
So yeah, next week, if you don't watch us, follow us on Instagram, you should. But if not, we'll say on the podcast next week if this fact is true or false.
True that.
True that, true that.
Yeah, true that.
All right, next Parliament.
All right, next Parliament.
And no.
I would like to say that I would like to make it.
What is this voice?
I don't know. It just kind of fell over me.
It's like Donald Trump in a way.
Oh dear, cancelled. Cancelling that voice straight away.
Talking about J.K. Rowling and then being Donald Trump. Fuck, this is going downhill. Quick.
I was going to do a Donald Trump voice.
God, no,
then.
don't.
Don't do it.
Do
I'm
it.
not doing it.
Do it.
No. Okay, everybody.
I'll do it. Boys and girls of all the world.
That is not Donald Trump. That was like, I don't even know, David Attenborough with
Gross.
a cold?
Like a weasel? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, okay. We both can't do it. Probably for the best.
I'll practice. Anyway,
Please don't.
my next pointless parliament thing,
Yes. Law.
law, is to make it illegal. We're making a lot of illegalities. To complain about hot cross buns and fruit mince pies early. Let everyone have their fucking hot cross hot cross buns and fruit mince pies early. They're so nice. Whatever. Just make them all year round.
Make it all year round. So having fruit mince pies and hot cross buns
If you
all
want
year
it to
round.
just be people who will argue, but it's not. It's taking the specialty out of Easter and Christmas. Well, don't fucking buy them till Easter and Christmas.
Maybe they can do a different kind of way. Like at Easter, do you know how they make Easter bunnies out of chocolate? But they also have chocolate all year round, but in different forms. They can do hot cross buns, but in different kind of like patterns. So it's not the cross, but it might be in a different kind of like pattern. Like make it like a lattice kind of thing maybe, or...
I really want to hate it, but I don't hate it.
No, but you get my point though.
I get your point.
Because like at Christmas time, it's probably
But then
similar
people
kind
could
of
also
things.
just buy like fruit toast.
At Christmas, another...
How do they turn fruit mince pies into something different though? It's a pie or it's not a pie.
Yeah, that's something that could probably just remain in the holiday period. But the hot cross buns can easily be transferred either way.
It could, but I just feel like people need to get off their fucking high horse about Christmas.
true.
And having to be special, just buy it at fucking Christmas then. If
Also-
you want to remain special at Christmas.
We'll pass on this, and then I've got another law that
Okay,
is going
passed.
to pass.
Done.
People
Go.
can have it all year round, so just fucking calm down. On top of that, I always just find things on yours that I just go on top of. People complaining.
Great.
What?
It's because mine are great.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
People complaining about having Christmas stuff in shopping centres and Easter stuff in shopping centres very early.
In shopping centres though,
Yeah.
I feel like that sort of thing. What you're not using it all year.
I'm not saying all year round. What I'm saying is people complain about it being put up early, like
Before Halloween, illegal.
even in shopping centres.
Yes.
They have to make bank, you know? I've never said that in my life. No, they have to sell
they don't
shit.
need to make bang.
They have to sell shit in order to, you know, restock and keep getting it sold.
Their Christmas period.
Yeah.
It will make their November and December amazingly good. I agree. November onwards, fine. Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it fucking snow
Jesus. No.
in the shops.
All right, we're going to dismiss that last one because
I like that we've only dismissed your ones. 'Cause- ha, ha.
rude.
All right. I feel like it should be made legal.
Legal. Yes.
Legal, so we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
To flash and warn other drivers of speed cameras.
Highly
It's
agree.
the most Australian thing ever. But I feel like there needs to be a way to do it. I feel like it needs to be a double flash, not just one flash, a double flash.
Yes.
I feel like a one flash is like you haven't got your headlights on when you need to have them on.
Yeah.
A double flash is like, oh yeah, they are wanting something. Double flash when you're driving, and I feel like it should be mandatory
Yeah. You should do
to
it.
do it for like 4 cars after the speed camera. The
I
first
do
4
it.
cars after
I
the
do it
speed
more than
camera.
4.
Oh, me too, but I feel like you got to have a limit somewhere.
Yeah.
For the mandatory side, you go as
For
long
a
as you
law.
want.
Yeah, for a law. Yeah. Minimum 4. You can do as many as you want, but minimum you have to let at least 4 cars know.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We're passing that.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
There's nothing I
Yes,
get
I do.
so
I like it a lot. Sorry.
we don't sing in Pointless Parliament.
We do sing in Pointless Parliament.
This is serious
Are
shit.
we going to have
Ash.
like a Grey's Anatomy singing episode where we just sing the whole time?
Fuck no. No one will be listening to that shit.
That's saying we should make illegal
Welcome
singing
to
episodes.
Pointless Parliament, where we sing only one episode a year.
That should be illegal.
That is illegal. Illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah.
One more. Wrap it up.
All right. I got 2 more.
Okay.
People who say, so this is illegal. We're making this illegal. People who say espresso instead of espresso.
Done.
Illegal.
Because it's factually wrong.
Correct. I hear it all the time, and as a barista, it fucking infuriates me. Come to the fucking desk, the counter with the right fucking name. If you're so obsessed with coffee, you should know the fucking name.
Yeah.
Passed.
Done. All right. Thanks,
Say
Pointless Parliament.
Oh, we got one more.
Oh, okay, go.
Illegal. Tandem bicycles.
Is it harming anyone though?
I went to uni the other day, and
State your case.
I parked up, and this bike was coming towards me. I was like, oh, there's a bike rider. And they turned a little bit, and there was someone sitting right behind them, right up their ass on a tandem bicycle. And I'm like, the front person has the best view. They can see everything, whereas the person behind, who's on the back part of it, just sees that person's back and ass.
Wonder where you can see me going with this. I wouldn't mind it if it was you in front.
Oh, okay.
It'd be quite a sensual sexual experience.
Well, this was two older ladies, so maybe they were a lesbian couple. But I still think illegal. I would never ride one ever.
Old crusty rug munchers.
Yuck.
Love my lesbians out there.
Rug munchers.
Rug
That's
munchers.
the worst term I've ever heard in my life.
Maybe they were cycling on their way home.
To scissor.
Scissor.
Yuck. To do the old Ellen DeGeneres angry
the
lesbian
old rusty
sex.
scissors in your nan's drawers. Yeah.
Fucking hell. I think I grew
That
up
need
with
a bit of oiling. They're like really hard to pull apart.
Oh, we're stuck.
We're stuck together. Then we get stuck together. Somebody call the fire brigade. My nan's a scissoring.
That sounded very, very similar to your Macca's box impression. Hello? Is anybody there?
Anyway, that was last week. Old news. Old news. Old news.
All right, Pointless Parliament adjourned.
So I believe you have a segment for us.
I do. I did call it a different name, and now I'm going to have to call it a different name. We're calling it Real or Rubbish. So I will say a fact, and Ash will have to guess if it's real or if it's fake.
That's
Rubbish.
because he were originally, before we cut this a little bit, James stole someone else's TikTok idea.
I did not steal anyone else's.
He did. He didn't realize he did, but he did.
Apparently, it was someone else's idea.
It was.
It was called Two Facts, One Cap. But whatever.
Fact or Cap was a very popular TikTok duo. I will put my house on it. Our house. Anyway, keep going. Real or rubbish it is.
Real or
Let's
rubbish.
go.
Queen Elizabeth II was a trained mechanic.
I know that's real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was one of my facts from last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I did a whole heap. Not last week, the week before. I did heaps of facts. Remember?
Maybe I didn't listen to that one.
That was one of the ones that I had.
But you didn't say it out loud.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I only found that out
If you Google
today.
facts today, I guarantee I probably read them all because I read hundreds.
Goldfish can remember longer than 3 seconds. In fact, they can remember for several months.
Real.
President stands for powerful resident.
False.
In 1788.
You're not even saying if these are right or not because you know I'm right.
In 1788, when the first president was elected, they thought of names to label a powerful figure, including person of power, but they came to the conclusion calling it powerful resident president.
False.
Correct.
This is a really good segment so far for me because I'm right.
I thought that was going to be really...
I'm the trivia king. Come
Yeah,
on.
but I thought that was going to be really good.
Keep going.
That's it. That's all my facts or cap.
Oh dear, and he spat that everywhere. I wasn't expecting you just to be three over like that.
I thought it was going to be a really good segment. I thought you weren't going to... I thought because I had written the last part in like a really good way. Like in 1788, when the first president was elected, I had to Google when the first president was elected. And I had to think of another powerful figure title. Like, so they came up with powerful president or powerful resident and person of power.
I love how much effort you put into this and I just unhinged it like
It's
that.
fucked. Let's scrap this segment.
In the bin.
I found this one. I was like, it's ridiculous. The toilet paper roll
In the
is
cupboard.
inside the cabinet. So like you literally have to do work to get to the toilet paper.
Fucking hell.
You can put some 1-ply in there.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Stand up? Crouch?
Literally.
Although some people do stand up to wipe the bum.
How?
People stand up to wipe their bum. I promise you.
That's
People will go to a cubicle even when it's locked and they will pull their pants down to their feet like normal and stand up when they need to wipe. It's so fucking weird.
But you can't get to the...
And it's normal to some
crack.
people. You stand up, you clap the shit cheeks together. The chocolate cheeks.
I feel like you make more mess standing up than you would sitting down. That's fucked.
Can you imagine? Since I found this out, you know, when you go to a cubicle when you're out in public and someone's in the cubicle next to you, I want to listen, and like I've never noticed someone stand up. Like I feel like you'd notice if someone stood up, and I've never noticed. But there have
True.
been many people on TikTok and in the internet and
You just
YouTube.
assume that everyone's doing the same thing as you are.
Yeah.
Sitting down and wiping.
Yeah,
And there are probably people out there who are like, I don't know,
but it's something you never
they
know.
shit in different ways. Like
It's such a private
They might be
thing.
like, like putting their feet on the toilet bowl to open their crack even further. People do that overseas, don't they?
Yeah, there's warnings on airport toilets being like, do not stand on the toilet seat to do a poo. That shows you how to do a poo, which is remarkable to me. But then you go to like some places like China and they don't have toilets. They just have holes in like little cubicles.
I
and
want to
they
see them
crouch.
so badly.
And they just crouch. And I guess that's what it's for, 'cause that's how they're comfortable
Well, I know
pooping.
apparently it's meant to open your bowels, or meant to open the bowel movements a lot easier, so it slips out.
Go try it in the garden.
No, that's fucking awful. Yeah,
I'll
they
send
do
the photos.
that. They do. We'll add this at the end of the video. It's a little clip of me shitting in the garden. I could never just squat down on the ground. I just feel like I'm shitting on the floor. Mm-hmm. It'd be terrifying.
You got any more?
All right, last one, because anyway, someone did their own DIY for a security camera. They stuck a fork into the ceiling, and then disattached the security
Instead
camera.
of like screwing it into the ceiling.
Yeah. Like if that was going to be like a temporary job, surely you'd do it a little bit better than that, because there's more work for you now than
Because they've wrecked the ceiling. It's
Yeah.
not even nice. They've literally just gone hunk in the
Yeah.
ceiling. Also, now you've got an uneven cutlery set. You just
So
got one
true.
lone knife in there.
Yeah. So that was my
Yeah.
little DIY segment.
right.
DIY, why the fuck would you do that?
Did you see the woman on the news who picked up a wombat
Yes,
The
I
baby
did see
wombat?
this. I did see this. I
The
was
tourist?
fucking furious.
to Australia?
Yeah, a fucking
That poor mama wombat. Like,
mama womba bop up.
the mother wombat.
Yeah,
burping
apparently
so
she was
much.
isn't she a US hunter? She came to Australia to do some hunting,
Mm-hmm.
and she stole a baby wombat.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Someone should hunt her fucking down and string her up.
Yeah, I think there's calls for her to be
She'll be in the next
Sent
Bunnings
out.
sausage sizzle.
Jesus.
She'll be in those sausages. That's what we do in Australia.
Just
All of our criminals going to Bunnings sausage sizzle. Can you imagine?
I was trying to think of an
Money for
Australian.
these charities via criminals being put into sausages
I was trying to think of an Australian
like
like
the public.
criminal. Now I can go. Oh yeah, in the next Bunnings sausage there'd be. But I couldn't think of any. Who's the blonde guy who shot up Tasmania?
The Port Arthur massacre
Yeah.
guy. I don't know. I can't remember.
Anyway.
I'm not very good with history.
No. Ooh, that's something you don't know. Maybe I can make that a segment.
Oh my gosh. He's just going to do anything, but I don't know.
Yeah, because apparently
He's going to really struggle because I know lots.
he's quite shit at everything.
I'm good at history. I'm just not good at all history.
Not good at Australian history because you
Yeah.
don't know the Wiggles. So get fucked.
I don't know whether that's history. Does that count as history? Anyway, what do we think about this? We should do with this wombat lady.
Well, everyone's saying that she should be taken out of the country and flown back. I think she should be barred and never come back. She can never come back.
I know how to fix that.
Kill her.
Sausage sizzle.
So bit of both. Kill her, put her in a sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how
And she can
feels.
make up for her crimes by giving back to the Australian community
I agree.
via her own blood, sweat, and tears and flesh.
I don't know what she thought she was going to get out of that. Because she picked it up and then she put it back eventually. But like, I don't know if it was too late. Because like, I'm not sure with all animals, but I know some animals reject their young once they've been touched by a human.
I don't know what the wombats do. Did you see the video? The mother wombat was following her. It was like, where are you going, my baby?
Yeah, but then it left and went back into the bush. And then when the fucking dumb US girl put the baby back down, the baby was just wandering by itself.
There's only one word for her.
Cunt. That is one thing we won't beep. Usually we beep that word, but we're not beeping that
No.
because she is.
I don't normally beep that word.
Oh,
I don't think I beeped her.
but I don't think
once.
we've said it much.
No.
But she is a
Cunt.
cunt. Yeah. She should be banned. She should be banned.
She's a country music fan.
Country music fan who is also a cunt. Sorry. She's a fan of the Wiggles country album. I'm sorry. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right.
If you want some merch, let us know. We'll get it for you.
Comment below. Thank you so much for watching our podcast. Follow
Thank
us on all
you.
our social medias, Instagram,
Thank you very
TikTok.
much.
Not on Facebook.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Elvis. And rate us 5-star on Spotify. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And we'll see you next podcast.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, my lover.
Goodbye, my friends.
You have been the one.
You have been the one for me.
I'm so hollow, baby.
So hollow.
I'm so hollow. Bye.
Bye.